Only 10 minutes left to go on a secret date with your soulmate. Something beautiful moment for you. 10 minutes, only 10 minutes left. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the air. It's as if the world has suddenly gone quiet, holding its breath just for you. Your heart feels a little heavier, yet strangely light, like it's recognizing a frequency it hasn't heard in years. If you are hearing my voice right now, please understand, this is not a coincidence. This is an appointment. I know how long you've been waiting. I know the nights you spent wondering if you were invisible, if the love you give would ever find its way back home to you. You felt like you were standing in a crowded room, yet completely alone, waiting for a sign that never came. But tonight, the stars have finished their alignment. Behind the veil of the physical world, a secret date has been set. No cameras, no crowds, no expectations, just a sacred space where your soul finally meets its mirror. This isn't just a video. This is your invitation. Your soulmate is already there, waiting in the silence. Are you ready to step into the most beautiful moment of your life? You might be wondering, why now? Why, after all this time of silence and searching, is the clock finally ticking down to these final 10 minutes? It's because the universe doesn't move when we are desperate. It moves when we are ready. Take a moment to look back at your life over the last few weeks. Have you noticed a strange, heavy stillness? Perhaps you felt a sudden urge to withdraw from the noise of the world, to spend more time in your own company, or to simply stare out the window as if you were waiting for something you couldn't quite name. That wasn't loneliness, my dear. That was your soul recalibrating. That was the frequency of your heart beginning to beat in sync with another. You see, a soulmate connection isn't just about two people meeting. It's about two energies becoming harmonious. For months, or perhaps even years, you've been doing the hard, invisible work. You've been healing wounds you didn't even cause. You've been choosing yourself when no one else did. And as you healed, your vibration changed. You stopped being a seeker and you became a destination. This secret date isn't happening by accident. It is the direct result of a cosmic alignment that has been years in the making. Imagine the gears of a massive, celestial clock finally clicking into place. Every heartbreak you endured, every almost relationship that left you shattered, and every night you cried yourself to sleep, they weren't punishments. They were redirections. They were the universe stripping away everything that wasn't the one, so that when this moment arrived, you would be empty enough to be filled with something real. Can you feel the tension leaving your shoulders? That's the feeling of a contract being fulfilled. There is someone out there, right now, experiencing the exact same pull. As you sit here, they are feeling a sudden, inexplicable warmth in their chest. They are seeing your face in their mind's eye, not as a memory, but as a promise. They are being guided by the same invisible hands that brought you to this video. In these final minutes of waiting, the universe is asking you to let go of the how and the where. We often block our blessings by trying to script them. We want to know the location, the time, and the words they will say. But a secret date is different. It's secret because it belongs to the realm of the spirit before it manifests in the physical. It's happening in the dream state, in the intuitive flashes, and in the coincidences that are about to flood your life. Have you seen the signs lately? Repeating numbers like 11, 11 or 222 appearing on your clock. A song on the radio that suddenly makes your eyes well up with tears. A specific scent in the air that reminds you of a place you've never been. These are not random. These are the echoes of your soulmate's arrival. They are the ping on the radar of your soul. The reason this moment feels so beautiful yet so heavy is that you are standing on the threshold of a new timeline. You are leaving behind the version of yourself that had to settle for crumbs of affection. You are stepping into the version of yourself that is worthy of a feast. This alignment is the universe's way of saying, I heard you, I saw your tears, I felt your patience, and now I am rewarding your faith. As the clock continues to tick, I want you to realize that you are no longer the person who was looking for love. You are the love that someone else has been praying for. You are the answer to a desperate plea whispered into the dark by a soul that is just as tired as yours. The shift is happening right now. In the next few minutes, the distance between you is dissolving. The invisible threads of fate are tightening. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. The countdown has begun, and the beauty of this alignment is that it cannot be stopped. The meeting is inevitable. The connection is divine. And the moment is almost here. Why is this date a secret? Why hasn't the universe shouted it from the rooftops or sent a lightning bolt to announce its arrival? It's because the most sacred things in life grow in the dark. Like a seed beneath the soil or a masterpiece in an artist's private studio, your connection needed the sanctuary of silence. In a world that demands we share everything on social media, where we seek validation for every move we make, the universe has intentionally hidden this meeting from the eyes of the world. It is being kept secret to protect the fragile, beautiful bud of your new beginning. It is hidden so that the doubts of your friends, the shadows of your past, and the noise of outside opinions cannot reach it. This is a private conversation between two souls, and the only audience required is your own heartbeat. You may have wondered why you weren't consulted in the planning. The truth is, your ego would have overanalyzed it. Your mind would have tried to control it. But your soul has been in on the secret all along. This date isn't a physical appointment in a calendar. It is a spiritual collision. It is a moment where the veil between the wish and the reality becomes paper thin. But there is another reason this is happening now in these final minutes of the countdown. It is because of your internal readiness. Look at yourself. Look at how much you have changed. There was a time when you would have chased this connection until you were breathless. There was a time when you would have compromised your boundaries, your peace, and your dignity just to be chosen. But not anymore. You have done the heavy lifting of healing. You have sat in the cold silence of your own loneliness and turned it into a warm, glowing solitude. You've stopped looking for someone to complete you and started looking for someone to witness your completeness. The universe waited until you reached this level of self-trust because this secret date requires a version of you that is no longer afraid of being alone. Can you feel that steady rhythm in your chest? That is the sound of a heart that is no longer bracing for impact. You are no longer waiting for the other shoe to drop. You have cleared the debris of old heartbreaks. You've forgiven the people who weren't ready to love you, and more importantly, you've forgiven yourself for the times you weren't ready to love yourself. This readiness is your golden ticket. It is the frequency that allows your soulmate to finally find you. They couldn't find you when you were hiding behind masks of perfection. They couldn't find you when you were vibrating at the frequency of not enough. But now, as you sit here in your raw, authentic truth, you are like a lighthouse in a storm. The person on the other side of this mystery is also ready. They have spent their own nights in the wilderness. They have faced their own shadows. They are no longer the person who hurt you or the person who walked away. They have been refined by the same fire that shaped you. They are approaching this secret date with the same quiet reverence that you are feeling right now. This isn't a Hollywood movie. There is no script. There are no rehearsed lines. There is only presence. The something beautiful that is about to happen is the realization that you don't have to perform to be loved. You don't have to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. As we move closer to the 10-minute mark, I want you to take a deep breath and release the need for a specific outcome. This date is a gift from the divine to show you that you are seen. It is a moment of soulful peace. It is the universe saying, "The wait was not in vain." Stay in the stillness. Don't look at the clock. Don't check your phone. Just feel the space around you. The secret is out. The invitation is accepted. And the energy of your internal readiness is now a magnetic force that cannot be denied. You are standing at the door, and for the first time in your life, you are not afraid to open it. Close your eyes for a moment, even if just in your mind. We are moving past the waiting. We are stepping through the doorway of time into the experience itself. Imagine a place that feels like a long-forgotten dream, a place where the air is thick with the scent of blooming jasmine and the ground beneath your feet feels solid, welcoming, and safe. This isn't a place of grandiosity or loud music. It is a sanctuary of neutrality. Maybe it's a quiet bench under a willow tree, or a small table in a sun-drenched corner of a cafe where the world seems to disappear. There is no history here. No old arguments, no baggage, no ghosts of who you used to be. There is only the now. In this vision, I want you to see a figure approaching. At first, it's just a silhouette against the golden light, but as they get closer, your nervous system does something it has never done before. It doesn't spike with anxiety. It doesn't trigger a fight or flight response. Instead, it exhales. Your body recognizes them before your eyes even focus. This is the recognition without context that we spoke of. As they sit across from you, the first thing you notice is the change in their energy. This is the person you've known, or perhaps the person you've been dreaming of, but they are different. The restlessness in their eyes has been replaced by a deep, quiet pool of reflection. The walls they once built around their heart haven't just been lowered, they've been dismantled. You are looking at a soul that has gone through its own winter and has finally decided to embrace the spring. They look at you, and for the first time you don't feel the need to look away. You don't feel the need to fix your hair or guard your words or pretend that you haven't been hurting. In this sacred encounter, your vulnerabilities are not weaknesses. They are the bridge that connects you. The conversation doesn't start with apologies or explanations. It starts with a silence that is so full, it feels like music. It's the kind of silence that says, "I see you. I see the journey you took to get here. I see the scars you carry, and I honor them." You realize in this moment that this secret date isn't about replaying the past. It's about meeting each other for the very first time as the people you have become. You might notice small details. The way the light catches their eyes, the steadiness of their hands, the warmth that seems to radiate from them toward you. This is the something beautiful that the universe promised. It isn't a firework that explodes and disappears. It is a steady flame that warms you from the inside out. As you sit together, the real purpose of this meeting begins to reveal itself. It isn't to sign a contract or to promise a forever that neither of you can see yet. The purpose is clarity. It is the universe giving you a mirror. In their eyes, you see your own growth. You see your own worth reflected back at you. You realize that you are not a difficult person to love, but a soul that required a specific kind of depth to be understood. This encounter is testing your alignment. Can you sit with this person without trying to manage their emotions? Can you hear their truth without feeling the need to defend your own? You'll find that the answer is yes, because you are no longer operating from a place of lack. You are operating from a place of abundance. The person across from you is no longer a prize to be won or a puzzle to be solved. They are a human being, just as beautifully flawed and remarkably resilient as you are. And as the minutes of this secret date tick by, you feel a heavy weight lifting off your heart. The weight of what if, the weight of when. It is all happening now. The energy between you is a golden thread, weaving itself into a pattern of mutual respect and soul-deep recognition. You realize that the reason it took so long is that a connection this pure cannot be rushed. It had to be cured in the salt of your tears and the sun of your solo journey. In this visualization, let yourself feel their hand briefly touching yours. It's not a grasp, it's a grounding. A reminder that you are both here in the physical, anchored by a love that started in the spiritual. This is your moment. This is your beautiful moment. Breathe it in. Let it fill every cell of your being. You have arrived. Now we come to the most important question of all. The question your soul has been whispering in the dark. Why? Why all the silence? Why the long years of waiting? Why this sudden, secret appointment in the middle of your ordinary life? The reason will surprise you. It isn't because you were being punished. And it isn't because you weren't good enough. The real reason this secret date is happening now is to show you the difference between attraction and readiness. In the past, you've had attractions. You've had sparks that burned bright and left you in the cold. You've had connections that felt like a whirlwind but left you exhausted. But what is happening today is about readiness. The universe waited until you reached a point where your peace was more important to you than your pulse. It waited until you were no longer looking for a hero to save you, but a partner to walk beside you. The real purpose of this beautiful moment is clarity. Think back to the version of you from a year ago. If this meeting had happened then, you would have been too anxious to enjoy it. You would have been too busy trying to figure out, what does this mean? Or will they stay? You would have turned a beautiful moment into a stressful interview. But look at you now. The reason you were guided to this secret date is to witness your own transformation. The universe is using your soulmate as a mirror to show you how much you have grown. When you look at them and you don't feel the urge to cry or scream or beg, that is your victory. When you can sit in their presence and feel whole without them saying a single word, that is the divine purpose. This meeting is a test of alignment, not attachment. We have been taught that love is about possessing someone, about labels like boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse. But the divine knows that labels are just cages for the soul. This secret date is an invitation to experience unconditional connection. It is a space where you are allowed to just be. There is no pressure here to define the future. You don't need to know where you will be in 5 years. You don't even need to know if there will be a second date. The beauty of this moment lies in its temporariness. Like a sunset that is beautiful precisely because it doesn't last forever, this encounter is a gift to your present self. The universe wants you to realize that you can have a soul-deep connection without the weight of expectations. You are learning to breathe alongside another soul without suffocating them. You are learning that something beautiful doesn't have to be something permanent to be something real. And there is another deeper reason. This secret date is happening to break the cycle of lack. For too long, you've operated from a place of I don't have. I don't have love. I don't have my soulmate. I don't have a future. Today, the universe is shifting your frequency to I am. I am loved. I am seen. I am connected. By giving you this 10-minute window into your soul's reality, the universe is recalibrating your heart. It's like a spiritual software update. Once you experience this level of peace, you will never settle for less than ever again. You are being shown the gold standard of how you deserve to be treated, with silence that feels safe, eyes that see your soul, and an energy that matches your own. This part of the story isn't about the other person. It's about you. It's about the fact that you survived the desert and finally found the oasis. The secret date is the universe's way of whispering, "See, I told you I hadn't forgotten you. I told you your heart was safe with me." So, as we sit in this final stretch of our countdown, I want you to let go of the labels. Forget the soulmate title for a second. Forget the twin flame theories. Just look at the person across from you in your mind's eye and see a fellow traveler. Someone who has also been lonely. Someone who has also been brave. The purpose of this moment is to realize that you are never truly alone. The threads of fate are always weaving, even when you can't see the loom. This beautiful moment is your reward for not giving up on love when love felt like a lie. It is the truth, standing right in front of you, waiting for you to simply say, "Thank you for finding me." And in that thank you, the healing is finally complete. As we reach the final moments of these 10 minutes, the air feels different, doesn't it? The world hasn't changed, but you have. You are no longer the person who clicked on this video out of desperation. You are now the person standing in the light of your own realization. The clock is almost at zero, but this isn't an ending, it's a magnificent threshold. The secret date doesn't actually end when this video stops. In fact, that is when it truly begins to manifest in your physical reality. You have cleared the path. You have opened the door. You have told the universe with every ounce of your being, "I am ready. I am worthy. I am here." I want you to take one last look at that soul sitting across from you in your mind's eye. Notice how they smile at you, not with their lips, but with their essence. That smile is a promise. It's a promise that the tears you've shed were not in vain. It's a promise that every time you chose to be kind when you were hurting, every time you chose to hope when you were exhausted, you were building the bridge that brought them to you. The divine message for you today is simple, yet it will change your life if you let it. Stop looking for the sign and start being the sign. You have been waiting for the universe to give you permission to be happy, to be whole, to be loved. But today, the universe is telling you that the permission was always yours to give. This secret encounter was designed to remind you that the love you are seeking is already alive inside your own chest. Your soulmate is simply the person who will walk into your life and say, "I see the light you've been carrying, and I brought my own to help you shine even brighter." As you move forward from this moment, do not go back to the old habits of waiting. Waiting implies that something is missing. Instead, live in a state of active expectation. Wake up every morning knowing that the meeting is inevitable. Walk through your day knowing that the energy you felt in these 10 minutes is your new permanent home. The reason this moment was beautiful is because it was honest. And truth is the only foundation that can support a love that lasts lifetimes. You don't need to worry about the how or the when anymore. The universe is the master architect, and the blueprints of your happiness have already been signed in the stars. Before we part ways, I want you to do one thing. Place your hand over your heart. Feel that beat. That is the universe's applause for your courage. You stayed. You believed. You survived the dark so you could appreciate this dawn. Thank the divine. Thank the stars. But most importantly, thank yourself. Thank the version of you that didn't give up. Thank the version of you that kept a small candle of hope burning even when the winds of life were trying to blow it out. The secret is no longer a secret. It is a reality in motion. In a few seconds, this video will end and you will step back into the world, but you will not be the same. You are now synchronized with your soulmate's heart. You are vibrating at the frequency of union. Carry this peace with you like a sacred treasure. Protect it. Nurture it. And when the actual physical meeting happens, and it will happen sooner than you think, you will smile because you will realize that you've already met them here in this beautiful, secret space we created together. The countdown is over. The connection is sealed. Go now and live as the person who is already loved, because, my dear, you are. I believe in your journey. I honor your heart, and I celebrate the beautiful moment that is now yours.